Yo guys, this isn't a normal type of video, so click off now if you don't want to watch it. So, I've wanted to make this video for a while, but I didn't know if it would suit my channel, but if it helps just one person, me making this, then it's worth it, so I'm going to make it anyway. Something that really gets to me is domestic abuse. I've never been through it myself, but I know a lot of people who have. And I've seen the way it can completely destroy a person's life. And I'm making this video because I feel like it's really not spoken about enough. I'll be honest, a few years ago I didn't really know a lot about abuse. I used to think it just affected older couples and that it was where the partner hit the person and that was it. But that is far from the truth. And I used to think, why don't we just leave the abuser and then they're free and they can live a happy life? Abuse is a lot more than the partner physically hurting the person. It could be physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, or often all three. In the year ending March 2018, an estimated 2 million adults 16 to 59 experienced domestic abuse in the last year. Just let that sink in. 2 million people. 1.3 million women and 695,000 men. A big stigma around domestic abuse is abuse on men. It's not spoken about much, if not at all, and it isn't right, because anyone can end up in an abusive relationship. While 1 in 6 men will experience domestic abuse at some point in their lifetime, only 1 in 20 will ever seek help. And I blame that on society for not raising enough awareness on domestic abuse on both men and women. As I said, I used to think, why doesn't the person just leave a partner and then they're free? And some of you might think that too, because society doesn't teach us enough about domestic abuse. But I now know it's not as simple as just walking away. One of the biggest factors that will stop the person from leaving their partner is the fact that they love them. And one of the biggest things an abuser does is manipulate and play mind games. So the abuser will tell the person whatever they want to hear to make them stay. Sometimes they might even threaten them to stay too. If you're watching this and you're in an abusive relationship, there is a way out. No, it won't be easy and it doesn't just all end once you're out. There's work to be done to rebuild your life and find your happiness again. But you are not alone. You will have your friends and family by your side for it all. And if you don't have many close family members or friends, there are other places you can reach out to, such as Women's Aid and Refuge. Both have a 24-hour helpline which will be on the screen now and will be in the description. Many people in abusive relationships are in denial. You must first realise your relationship is unhealthy before trying to get out of it. This might have not hit you yet, how serious this is and how important it is that we take action. So I'll give you some facts that will make it clear. Domestic abuse will affect 1 in 4 women and 1 in 6 men in their lifetime. Which means numerous people you know could be affected by it in their lifetime. None of us want the people we care about to go through physical, sexual or emotional abuse, so we need to raise awareness now. This is a serious problem and it needs to end. I understand it's impossible to know what goes on behind closed doors, but there's more we can do. When's the last time you saw something raising awareness for domestic abuse? Because I can't even remember the last time I did. If we educate people more on domestic abuse, they might see the signs before it's too late. But as it stands now, we just aren't doing enough. And the justice system are letting people down big time. 76% of prosecutions for domestic abuse resulted in a conviction, which means 24% of abusers walked free. Now in case that doesn't sound too bad to you, out of 1,000 rapes, 995 perpetrators will walk free. Let that sink in. Out of 1,000 rapes, only 5 people get charged. So then the problem becomes bigger, because 995 rapists are allowed to walk the streets, possibly attack more girls and get into a relationship, which then makes that relationship more likely to become an abusive one because of the person's past. And I haven't yet mentioned, people are losing their lives because of domestic abuse. On average, 2 women are murdered by domestic abuse each week. So just this week, 2 innocent women will lose their lives because of being in an abusive relationship. And 30 men are murdered from domestic abuse each year. So in total, 134 people are murdered by their abusive partner each year. And that isn't the end of deaths caused by domestic abuse. These are just the murders. A further 400 people commit suicide each year who have attended hospital for domestic abuse injuries in the previous 6 months. 200 of these attend hospital on the same day they go to commit suicide. 400 people thought there was no other escape from the abuse. And my question again is, why aren't we doing enough to help these people? Why is it getting to a point where their only escape is to either be murdered by their abusive partner or they feel like suicide is the only way out? We need to break the stigma of domestic abuse now and make a change. And if you do ever find yourself in an abusive relationship, just know that once you're out of it, you can achieve all your dreams. Rihanna. She was the victim of domestic abuse at the hand of then boyfriend Chris Brown. Brutal photos were released just after the incident showing her with a swollen and bruised face. But it didn't stop her from continuing making music. Oprah Winfrey. She suffered from sexual abuse as a child, and she now helps other people on her own TV show. She is a media executive, actress, talk show host, and television producer. One last example is Tyler Perry. He suffered from physical abuse at the hand of his own father, and sexual abuse from several adults that were present in his childhood. But he is now listed as the highest paid man in entertainment. His net worth is $800 million. So you are capable of anything, you just have to believe in yourself. I'd appreciate if you shared this video because you never know who it could help. If anyone ever finds themselves in a situation they're uneasy about or know isn't right with a partner, you can always message me. My social media is here and it'll be in the description as well. Or remember the charities I told you about, Women's Aid and Refuge. The links to them will be in the description, and once again the numbers are on the screen right now. I hope this video sort of helps raise awareness because it is a big problem. And remember, there's always a way out. Thank you for watching.